It's time for Community Matters on Y101. Today's show is brought to you by these great sponsors: Appling Healthcare in Baxley, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyon, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, and by Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton. Now let's talk about what's happening in our community with your host, Tony Doc Wardlaw.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, the Doc, Tony Wardlaw, and it's good to have you with us again on another beautiful Wednesday morning. God just keeps giving them to us on these Community Matters. I'm excited. Again, happy to have you with us. I want to give a shout out right at the beginning for one of the ladies who kind of helped raise me coming up here in this community. I saw her this week, and she said, "I'm listening to your show," and she says, "I really like your laugh." And I'm like, "Thank you for that encouragement, Miss Jackie Alexander. God bless you on this morning." This morning, as you are traveling with us on this edition of Community Matters, I have none other than the man himself, Santa Claus Jr.
I'm working on it. I'm getting started.
Pastor Joseph Akins, how are you doing this morning?
I am wonderful, sir. Thank you for asking.
Well, it's good to have you back in the studio with us.
Always good to be here.
We try to get you at least 2 times a year.
If I'm lucky, yeah, I love it. I lobby for more, but you only let me come twice, but that's okay.
Well, you know, I always say you're one of the busiest men in all of Toombs County.
Maybe.
You're wearing a lot of hats. I mean,
I look busy anyway. How about that? I look busy.
Hey, well, listen, man, you're doing a good job with looking the part. You know, that's over half of the battle.
Right.
Well, you're the pastor at First Assembly?
No, Faith Assembly.
I'm sorry. You are so
as
right.
Many times as you've been there, you should.
You know, I was at the dinner last night for the Booster Club for Toombs County, and one of the young ladies did the same thing I just did. She stood up and announced herself as the coach for the girls' basketball team, and the girls' basketball coach was sitting back there like, "Oh, really?" She meant to say that she was the coach for the girls' cheerleaders for the basketball team. She left out that part. So it's Faith Assembly. My bad.
Yeah, you can't make until you get up and do public speaking. You can't make fun of anybody who miscues. I used to do that, and now I'm paying for it because I do it all the time.
There you go, man. Well, listen, you do that. You're also the executive director for Loving Lions.
Right. That's a privilege and an honor.
Look at there, man. And within that capacity, you help out with I was talking about the Toombs County school system. You help out with that.
When we can, we try to. We are fortunate through Convoy Convoy of Hope and some other resources or entities to get resources in that we can distribute through the county and Toombs County. Schools and sports programs are always one of our top ones that we like to support. Matter of fact, I hope to see Coach Marsh later today. Coach, you're on the football field, so you're not listening.
That's right.
Talking about the busiest man in the county, but we're going to be getting some stuff to them today, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, man. I see you're helping them with sports drinks. I was with another event for the city as we were at the park, the recreation, and I saw some water that looked familiar, and I said, "Man, this got Pastor Joseph Akins written all over it."
Yeah, when you can get water and sports drinks, you don't have any problem getting rid of that. Everybody
comes and gets that.
Matter of fact, Doc, I think we got some to eat.
Yeah, you did. I take it right on up to my church in Dublin, man. That's good stuff.
I'm glad you mentioned that because the moniker for our organization is Loving Lions, but really we're looking to maybe expand that a little bit, maybe even in our name. I don't know. We want to talk about that, but Loving Lions and beyond, because we reach out to surrounding counties. This last truck of sports drinks that came in were distributed primarily in Toombs County, but they went to Lawrence County, Baxley, so Appling County, and down to Wayne County, and Trutland County. So we really, I don't think we got anything to Emmanuel, but really around us, we we distribute quite a lot of stuff. So, and that's what we want to do. We want, we started here. The origin of the name is because it started in our church, and we are in line. So but we always wanted it to be a community thing, and that has happened. We have community buy-in, but it's also, it really is honestly our model for missions, which begins in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria.
The most part.
So we start here. We start at home, and I think when I first got to the church, we talked about that. It starts inside the four walls, but it's a ripple effect. It's like dropping a pebble in a pond. So we start here. We get healthy here, and that spills over to outside, to our community, to our city, to our county, to our region. So that's what we're trying to do. And thankfully, I have a great congregation that buy into that concept, and we are able to. We do a lot of stuff in missions, and I'm extremely proud of them for their efforts there, and God blesses us because of that.
That's phenomenal. Now, if one wanted to access these resources that you have, how would they go about contacting you?
First, let me say this: we do not. There are occasions, there are events that we do to individuals. We deal with ministries, entities, programs that organizations that are already ministering in the community or outside the community, and they are the ones that distribute to individuals. So, but if you've got a ministry, there's a few in town that we still not, or in the area that we still haven't reached out to or connected with, I should say, that we would be glad to help when we have something in. And usually I try to get a feel for what they're doing, what we have, and what can help. But there's things, when we get toilet paper in, everybody needs toilet paper. Paper towels, drinks, those things everybody.
You don't have to beg to get rid of those.
Everybody can use that. So we try, and those seem like minor things, but they're not. I mean, that's cost, defray cost. I think my good friend Clint Hutchison would mind me sharing this and give a plug for Mercy Ministries, but one that we have supported. And I remember what really impacted me one day, and he'll never even remember this, I'm sure, but I had some things in that didn't seem like much. I think I had paper towels and toilet paper. I said, "Brother, can you use it?" He said, "Man, I just ran out of that. I was just about to have to order that." I said, "Well, you hold on 15 minutes and I'll have it right there to you." So I ran that over, and that was, it's just small stuff, but it's exciting to me.
Yeah.
You know how
you talk about Mercy Ministries, but there are also other ministries. You've got the Boys and Girls Club. You've got Green Grove Missionary Baptist Church, and we talked about the City of Lions. We talked about the school systems. Are there other ministries like that?
Sure. There's 2 youth homes in town. There's the Refuge. There's Dream Center. I don't know. I hate to start mentioning them because I just wanted to kind of, in fact, with the Forge, we had their executive director, Mr. Craig George, in here on last week, and what a wonderful. He does a great job, and they're helpful to us. So we try to help them when we can, and they're very faithful. Like there's sometimes, I'm getting old and I don't have the back power I used to be, so I'll call them if I need to move some stuff, and they're always very helpful. So I appreciate these ministries. It's just a great thing. And,
it's a good thing to have you be a ministry that supplies other ministries. That's a good thing.
I remember going. I can't even remember exactly where it was. I think I do, but I went somewhere to deliver something. I remember getting back in my truck and just sitting there saying, "God, that's all I want to do. Just let me do this for the rest of my life. I just want to connect A to B, and primarily it's the gospel to the lost. That's my number one calling. But food to the hungry, water to somebody thirsty, a connection. Like if you're looking for something, and I know somebody, just putting those 2 people together. Yeah. I don't think I have many gifts, but I think I have that. If I have a gift, that's it. Is being able to bring people together and make connections, and I love it. I just thank God that I'm able to do that, and He's answered my prayer. I get to do that.
That's excellent. Well, you said a buzzword that I like to hear on this show, and that is the word together. We're better together. That's one of the things about our community and about this show in particular, as our illustrious producer, Mr. Dave Allen, puts forth that this be a show of unity and togetherness in our community.
9 makes us one.
Right. And so you've got an event coming up that's hopefully going to help continue to build and bring us all together, and I'm excited about it.
We're going to go in chronological order because we got several. I'm excited about Sunday night.
Okay.
If that's what you're talking about.
Yes, I am.
I told you we're going to come on and talk about all about you, Tony, today.
Oh, wow.
We got to share it with the brothers this Sunday night. We have the Wardlaw brothers going to be in concert with us Sunday evening at Faith Assembly of God.
All righty.
At 6 p.m. Please come out and join us. We're excited. I hope you're going to bring some of your folks. We're going to have all our folks, and then we're going to get some more folks in there.
Yeah.
And we're going to pack it out, and then I'll bring chairs in there. We'll have it all.
Well, we haven't been here in our community it's been a while,
right?
Actually. And then on this past Thursday night, we had my brother actually for his program, and we had him on the show a couple weeks ago talking about his ministry, Real Worldwide. And he asked us to be a part of that program. Well, he started a little late on his program. Had some things, some technical issues, and it started a little late. The program got a little long. So we had talked about possibly if we were going to cut the show anywhere, maybe the Wardlaw brothers step to the side and let everybody else have their time. And, once they skipped over our names there, that didn't go too well. I was like, no, everybody, they know the Wardlaw brothers. They've heard us before. But anyway, we ended up having to go up. And, man, I was sitting there like, and as we're singing, everybody's into it. And I'm like, okay. Everybody, they do like hearing us.
Yeah, man. Man, it's exciting. I love your music, and I love the harmonies. But I tell you what, I just love you guys' spirit. And help me, you, Luther, and Rodney. I know, and it's been a little bit of time, and I haven't broken bread with Rodney, but I have with the other two. But your other two brothers, I'm not even sure I know their names. I haven't spent some time with them. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, there are 5 of us. We all grew up right here, not right up. Number 1.
Just go ahead and say it. You grew up in Rackettstown.
In Rackettstown. Rackettstown community. A lot of people don't know that.
I was your neighbors.
You were. I was going to say the old Akins. They were right there with us. The Jordans. Right. We all grew up out there together, and born and raised Toombs County High School. And who would think that these years later we'd be able to do some of the things that we've been able to do. And so we haven't, like I was saying, we haven't been here in a while, and what a great place to come back to.
We're thrilled, man. We're excited. We're looking forward to it. So again, that's at 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, this Sunday evening, the 31st, and we're hoping we'll have a big crowd. We'll have people come out and join us. We're looking forward to ministry. It's good music. We like good music, but it's also ministry. So and I don't think there's a better combination. Love that.
Yeah. So like I say, we're looking forward to it. The brothers and I have been talking about it, and we're working on it, and we're just hoping and praying that if you're listening this morning and you just want to come out and enjoy the evening, 6 o'clock p.m. at Faith Assembly right there on Skyline. You can't miss it. It's right on the hill.
If you're coming up US 1 going north out of town, when you get to Skyline, you'll see it. You can look up and see it at the top of the hill. So we like to say we're the light on the hill at Skyline Boulevard.
Praise him. Yeah, I like that. Now, is this a free concert?
It is absolutely free, but bring your wallet, because we are going to take up an offering. We want to bless those who are going to bless us. So.
I'm just trying to pull all the information out of him. He's not telling the people they can just walk in and have a good time.
Yeah, it's absolutely free. So it's absolutely free, but we will take an offering.
Will there be other artists there, or any refreshments, anything else?
No, it's just going to be we had considered bringing somebody else in. And there might be somebody that opens up. I'm not sure at this point, but right now we just plan on having you guys. So.
What brought this about?
Well, a couple of things. On every fifth Sunday, we do a family night. So I have been wanting to do a concert, and I've been wanting to get you guys in. So just all kind of work together. It seemed like the right thing to do. And plus, I mean, you and I have been building a strong relationship, strong friendship. So just getting to know you and more, and conversations we had. Man, I'm not ashamed to say we'll come. We go down. It really blessed me to go in the sanctuary with you and just go down to our altar and just pray together and just pray for one another and pray for our community and man, that meant a lot. So just knowing your heart, I mean, I can't think of anybody more that I would want to bring in. When I have somebody I'm protective of my pulpit and my platform.
And
so
you should be.
And I don't let anybody just come in and speak, and I don't just invite anybody to come in and saying I want to know a little bit about them. So
that's excellent.
I appreciate you guys, and because of all that, just kind of all works together.
That's good. Good, ladies and gentlemen. That will be this coming Sunday evening at 6:00 p.m. and that's at Faith Assembly, right at the top of the hill on
160 Skyline Boulevard.
There you go, Skyline Boulevard, 160. Come on, bring everybody, your family. It's going to be a good evening. Not going to hold you too long, but we're going to have a good time and good music. And this will be the Wardlaw Brothers' first time back in Lyons, Georgia in a long time. So we're looking for you to come on out and just have a good time, and let's worship and fellowship together with Pastor Akins and the Faith Assembly family. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come right back. We have another event that we need to talk about.
That's right.
Right after these messages. Don't go anywhere. We're here with Pastor Joseph Akins, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Work smarter, not harder. Here at Vidalia Federal, we are all about that phrase as we strive to make your life easier. No more drowning in paperwork or being interrogated over the idea of buying a house. Getting a home loan should be an enjoyable, simple process, not a daunting task. This is Julia McKenzie with Vidalia Federal Savings Bank, and I am here to make the mortgage process easy and simple. Come see me at the Vidalia branch on Jackson Street to talk about your next home purchase or refinance. I look forward to serving you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The picture of health, the picture of health.
Would you like to improve your energy? How about getting better sleep? It can start with a simple test. Find out how you can start feeling better with bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Schedule an appointment with Matt Hodges, family nurse practitioner, Appling Healthcare certified biotech provider. The biotech method of pellet therapy can improve your energy, sleep, weight, and libido. Call 912-367-4122 and start feeling better today.
We don't need a calendar to tell us that summer is here. Just go outside and you'll know it's getting hot, hot, hot. This is Anthony J. with Todd Patchett Housing Center, and we're inviting you to beat the heat in one of our beautiful homes from Cavalier, Clayton, Deer Valley, Live Oak, Scott Build, or Southern Energy Homes. We build all of our homes a lot more energy efficient than they would have normally come. So stop by Todd Patchett Housing Center in Claxton, Georgia, and pick out your energy savings dream home from our massive selection. Todd Patchett Housing Center, all your housing solutions under one roof.
At Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, we're here to serve our community by providing all your transport needs. We offer non-emergent, non-medical transport by stretchers, wheelchairs, and ambulatory vehicles. We can transport to medical offices, dental facilities, vision, pharmacies, family events, and now we can transport your pets to the vet. We offer private pay, so for a ride above the rest, call Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde at 912-594-1812.
Welcome back to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, the Doc, and again, we are excited and we are blessed to have in the studio with us, I call him Santa Claus Jr., because if you have not seen his December look, I mean, he is Kris Kringle all over again.
Yeah.
And so,
I start with,
oh boy, yeah, I mean, good stuff, man. And we were just talking about the event that you're going to have at your church, Faith Assembly, on this Sunday evening at 6:00 p.m. It's a free event to the public. Come on out and enjoy. Have good music with the Wardlaw Brothers.
Awesome.
And there are 5 of us. Yours truly is the oldest, even though I don't look it.
I know you look like you're the youngest one.
Come on, there you go.
I know where my bread's butter.
And then there's the next oldest brother, who is Martin Luther, who's one of the busiest men in America. And then I've got the bass man of the group. He sings bass, and that's Jamie Wardlaw.
Okay.
And then we have the preacher of the group, Carl Wardlaw III. So he's named after my dad. And then the baby boy, our kid brother, Rodney Wardlaw. Everybody knows him. He rides around. We call him Barney Fife. He is
Barney.
Right, I know. He's a deputy sheriff here in Toombs County, and doing good work. So everybody probably knows Rodney more than anybody else. So there are 5 of us, and we look forward to being there on this Sunday evening.
We're excited too.
Well, we've got another event that we need to talk about that's coming up. I really don't want to skip over. Your church is doing something for the teachers coming up next Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, real briefly, we have a partnership. One of the first things we did when we got here, and it was through Convoy. They've been a big help to us in doing so many things in the community. But they had a shoe program with Tom's back then.
Okay.
And we were able to connect. We were looking for a school that program would fit, and we found that the best fit was with Lyons Upper Elementary School. And we went in and talked to Miss Nobles. I always loved telling this story. Miss Tabitha Nobles, who's now moved over to the board office, was been the principal we worked with for 5 years there. But we walked in. She was very professional and very nice to us, but she was very kind of eyeing us. She's like, okay, what's your angle? Who are you again? What are you doing? But we sat down with her, and she was amenable to what we were proposing. Just told them we wanted to come bless the students there. So we were able to give, I think at that time it was 300-something pair of shoes, a pair of shoes to each student. So that was an awesome thing. But it opened the door, and it was meant to do that, open the door for us to partner with them so that we try to do something with them on a monthly basis. And there's a few events that we do. We try to close out the year with them and send them off to the summer with a little going-away party. But at the beginning of the year, we'll do this on Monday morning. When they come back for teacher work days, we will provide a teacher store for them in our fellowship hall, and they'll come over. We'll feed them breakfast. We'll have some fun. We'll play some games. But they will go through our little store we've set up, and they will take the materials we provide them for, which is going to be paper towels, soaps, hand sanitizers, wipes, air fresheners, what have you, and then paper, pencils, pens,
all of the essentials,
dry erase stuff. And I don't think people realize, if you're in education, you know it, but the state is providing stuff for all our students this year. That's awesome. But the teachers every year spend money out of their pocket, regardless of what's there. They're always spending their own money for things, for their classroom. And even though there's more funds available for that this year, they're still going to do that. And we want to help defray those costs. So we provide some, what we can for them to do that. And it's so much fun, and they're so wonderful to work with. We absolutely love them. I think they've taken us as part of their family, and we've certainly taken them as part of ours. They've actually come over and helped us with different things we were doing, because we have a small small congregation. So there's events we've done where we really could use a few more folks, and they just come out and they're wonderful. We love them, and again, it's one of my favorite things that we do. It's hard to say that we do so many things that we love, but that's just a personal.
Well, when you give like that, it comes back to you. That's the scripture manifesting itself.
And I want to say this: we have. I've been approached by other schools as asking, why do y'all just do that, or why can't we do that? With them, and we would love to, but we, again, are a small congregation, so I want to encourage other churches. There's 4 more schools in our system that I'm sure they would love to have somebody that partnered with them and did those things. So
and if
anybody needs any help with that, I'll be glad to help.
There you go. I was going to say, if you're listening this morning and you're a pastor or a ministry leader in your church and you would like to take on the same kind of giving, just reach out to Pastor Akins, and he'd be happy to help you, formulate the ministry and put things together so that we can take care of all of our school systems.
That's right.
All right, excellent. Well, there's one other thing that we need to talk about before we go, and that is our, is it quarterly men's breakfast? Yeah,
we do a men's breakfast for the community every quarter. We've tried, Loving Lions has and this is not from the church, this is from Loving Lions. It's a community-wide thing that we've tried to sponsor every quarter. We've been doing it we're about a year and a half, 2 years in now. I'm not sure. I've kind of lost track of how many we've done, but we've been able to do it at the Ag Center every time. It's always the second Saturday of the second month of the quarter, which this time will be August 13th.
Okay.
Saturday morning, 8 a.m., Ag Center, the Toombs County Ag Center, on Quint Shrine Road behind the high school. We'll be gathering there, and the speaker, who is, wait a minute.
Who do you have speaking this time?
Who the speaker is. Oh, that's right, it's you.
It's going to be Dave Allen. Oh, it's yours truly.
We are excited to have you. I told you this is all going to be about you today.
Wow.
So we're excited to have you speak. George Holcomb, I believe, is going to be doing our music. he is out of town right now, so when he gets back, he's going to confirm. But I think we're going to have him doing our music. He always does a great job.
Excellent.
Excited about that. You always do a great job, so we're excited about having that. A lot of times we bring people in for it, but we're trying to stay local this time.
Oh, wow.
It'll be good. And again, we want to encourage everybody to come together. I always say, ladies, you want your men to go to this, please encourage them to come. They can get back by 9:30, 10 o'clock and do the honey-do list. So it's not going to take. By the time you've had your second cup of coffee, they ought to be back.
Right back.
So we can go with that, and we want to get the churches involved, as many different churches as we can. But anybody's welcome. But this is a men's event, so one of these days we're going to branch out and do a ladies' event, hopefully too. Right now we're still trying to work out the kinks on the men's breakfast.
There you go. Yeah, and it's been growing.
Yeah.
It's been growing. Good participation, and we look forward to seeing everybody there. You come and hear yours truly.
With an inspiring word.
Yeah.
It's again, free event. Before you get on me about that, it is a free event, and the great food we get that from Thriftway. So we've got a nice little grits and eggs and bacon breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
You can't beat that on a Saturday morning. You come out, get you a free breakfast, and hear some good music and a few words. I'm not a long-winded person.
And that's one of the things we love about you.
I know it. I've never seen, they talk about those preachers and speakers, and there's one saying, one preacher told one of the older preachers told a younger preacher, no one's ever gotten in any trouble by keeping it short.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody complains about that. But
yeah, I got one guy, he always reminds me about the ones that call their preacher Pharaoh, let my people go. And,
yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that with me. I just give God praise. I thank God for the testimony that I have, and I look forward to sharing it wherever I go as often as I can to be an encourager to other people. And I just look forward to it. And if you're listening this morning on August 13th, that Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, come out and get a free breakfast and let us fellowship together. Ladies, you want to have your men to come to this and be encouraged as we make it really through about the halfway mark of our year. Hopefully it'll be something to kind of inspire you to move on as we finish out this year. So, Pastor Akins, we thank you.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank you for your servant's heart and always doing your part to give back to our community. And you're one of those silent community helpers. Like you don't really have your name in the bright lights, but you're always behind the scenes doing different things.
I like it behind the scenes. That word. I was sharing with you as we walked in this morning about Catherine Booth, who was with her husband, William Booth, co-founders of the Salvation Army. And she said a salvation without service is really no salvation at all.
Look at that, man.
And that's borrowing from James. With faith without works is dead. There got to be something to show for what you're doing. You can say it all day long, but you need to do it. And so I believe that. I mean, I believe service doesn't save you. Don't ever get that. We're saved by grace, not by works, lest any man should boast. But then faith without works is dead. So we got to do something with it. People need to look at you and see there's something different.
Amen. I agree. Thank you. And thank you for our sermon this morning.
Yeah, but I didn't know I'd get to do a devotional, but that was awesome.
Good stuff. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You inspire us, Pastor Akins, and we thank you for that.
They can't see me blushing on the radio, can they?
You ought to see Santa Claus' red cheeks right now.
Because of my red shirt, I'm getting geared up.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have it. This has been another edition of Community Matters, and I thank you for traveling with us this morning. Come back again on next week as we will do this again all over. We want to always thank our one and only illustrious producer, Mr. Dave Allen himself, another man who works hard behind the scenes. And also we thank our videographer, and all of the above, Miss Dorothy Davis. Please go to our website, tcbbroadcasting.com, and you can look at the archive of all of our shows for Community Matters, tcbbroadcasting.com. Share it with everyone so that you can stay in the know. I'm your host, the Doc, and we thank you again for being with us. God bless you, and be blessed. Good day.
You've been listening to Community Matters, a service of TCB Broadcasting. Today's show was brought to you by Todd Padgett Housing Center in Claxton, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyon, and by Appling Healthcare in Baxley. Tune in next week at 8:15 during Y101's live morning show for another special guest. We'll talk about what's happening right here in our hometown. Community Matters is a service of TCB Broadcasting on Country Legends Y101, The Fox.